Hey anime lovers, buckle up, because today we're diving into the wild world of DanDaDan, a brand new anime that's gonna blow your mind. But heads up, this series has some intense scenes for mature audiences only, so if you're under 18, proceed with caution. Now, let's unleash the craziness and dive straight into episode 1. The episode begins with the main character, Momo, whose boyfriend asks her for money, or suggests going to a love hotel, expecting her to pay for it. Frustrated by his demands, Momo loses her patience and starts kicking him. However, her boyfriend grabs her and retaliates by kicking her hard, causing her to fall to the floor. He then tells her he's had enough, calling her broke and accusing her of not putting out. With that, he ends the relationship and walks away, leaving Momo behind, angrily scolding him as he leaves. Back in the classroom, we find Momo lying sadly on her desk. Her friends reassure her, telling her she didn't insult her ex-boyfriend by calling him seafood names and that love often begins that way. Overcome with emotion, Momo starts crying loudly and asks them for comfort, explaining that he was her first boyfriend. One of her friends reminds her that's why she advised against dating him in the first place, and asks what was so special about him. Momo turns around and says he looked like Ken Takakura, her favorite actor. Her friends groan, saying she's being ridiculous, but Momo defends herself, insisting there's nothing wrong with liking masculine men like Ken Takakura. In unison, her friends respond, "Guys like that are extinct." Defeated, Momo slumps back onto her desk, muttering, "What the heck?" Momo steps out of the classroom, wandering the corridor in a daze. She wonders aloud, "Will I never meet another Mr. Ken in my lifetime?" Seeking comfort and feeling the cruelty of the world, she notices a group of boys bullying an otaku boy with glasses, throwing paper balls at him. Just as they prepare to throw one with a magnet inside, Momo sits down in front of the boy, glaring at the bullies. They stop immediately. Momo then asked the boy what he was reading and took the book from him. She noticed the title, Birth of the Aerospace Self-Defense Force Guarding Outer Space. As the boys returned to their seats, Momo closed the book, saying, "How lame," before walking out of the classroom, wondering, does only scum live in this world? Frustrated and overwhelmed, Momo wonders how to relieve her stress when the boy calls out to her, saying he knows she's in love. Annoyed, she asks how many times he'll say that. He insists, "If someone like Miss Ayase talks to me, that's the only reason." Momo brushes him off, telling him he's got the wrong idea and to forget everything that happened. The boy shows her the book again, excitedly talking about the president going to Mars and a secret project called Pegasus. He claims Momo is into the occult, but she denies believing in UFOs or aliens. The boy corrects her, explaining he means UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. As he goes on about the US military and Japan preparing for space wars, Momo, disinterested, asks if she can leave. He tries to show her a photo of Nessie and talks about other paranormal phenomena, but Momo gets fed up, snatching the book from him. She tells him to shut up, explaining she just got dumped and doesn't need more stress. She snaps, calling him a typical annoying otaku, and tells him that's why he has no friends. Realizing she overreacted, Momo apologizes and picks up the book, noticing the phrase, "Your true powers and potential have yet to awaken" on the back. She returns it to the boy, admitting she believes in ghosts, though not aliens. The boy laughs at her belief in ghosts, which irritates Momo, who snaps back that she matched his conversation topic, only to be mocked. He retorts, defending the occult, and they start arguing. Momo reveals her grandma is a spirit medium and boasts about witnessing exorcisms. The boy dismisses her stories, pointing to the book as proof of aliens. Momo grabs it, challenging him if he's ever ridden in a UFO. The argument escalates, and Momo's friend, observing, is shocked that Momo seems to have forgotten her ex-boyfriend and is now arguing with an otaku. Finally, Momo proposes a contest. If ghosts are real, the boy will serve her as a gopher. The boy counters that if she sees a UAP, Momo will be his gopher instead. Late at night, Momo arrives at an old hospital and tells the boy over the phone, "This place is terrifying. How is this supposed to be a UFO hotspot?" The boy explains that the hospital is called Nagi General Hospital and is known as a sanctuary for UFOs. He adds that if she calls for a UFO from the roof, she might experience an abduction, which is when aliens kidnap people and run experiments on them. Curious Momo asks if he's ever been abducted. The boy admits there's a chance he has, but explains that many abductees have their memories erased. Momo presses further, asking if he's ever actually seen a UFO, but instead, he asks if she's heard of regressive hypnosis. Frustrated, Momo tells him not to dodge the question. The boy insists it's not about seeing UFOs, it's about whether there's real proof they exist. Annoyed, Momo tells him to shut up and asks how things are going on his end. The scene shifts to the boy, who has just arrived at an old, abandoned tunnel with warning signs to keep people out. Over the phone, he tells Momo that he's reached the spiritual hotspot and is about to go inside to prove ghosts don't exist. Momo teases him, saying he must be scared, and adds that this place is famous online for being haunted. The boy makes a scary noise over the phone. But then he hears the wind blow and gets spooked, waving his flashlight, nervously muttering, "Too shy, shy boy." Momo warns him that speaking loudly is the most dangerous thing to do in places like this, so he lowers his voice and continues to repeat, "Too shy, shy boy." The boy then asks why Momo keeps bringing up the internet and wonders if she's ever seen a ghost. She admits she hasn't, and the boy gets frustrated, asking how she can talk so confidently. Momo apologizes, and the boy demands she drop her attitude since she's never even seen a ghost but still believes in them. Momo calmly explains that her grandmother is a spirit medium, and since she doesn't have parents, she's always been close to her grandma. The boy softens, and Momo notices, asking why he's suddenly acting so meek. She then shares a story about her strange family traditions, how she used to perform a good luck ritual every day before school, which made her the laughingstock of the boys. She hated it, especially when the boy she liked made fun of her. At that moment, she resented her grandmother, but later realized that she didn't hate her grandma at all. She was just angry that the boy she liked mocked her family. In reality, she loved her grandmother and her role as a spirit medium because it made her feel special. Her grandma took her in and raised her with love, which is why she believes in ghosts. Momo then turns the question back on the boy, asking why he believes in aliens. The boy dismisses it as not important. Momo then admits he has a point and remarks that he sure talks bluntly over the phone. Suddenly, there's a strange flash, and the scene cuts back to the boy's side. He spots blood-stained footprints, and in a horrifying moment, an old, creepy woman appears, telling him, "I'll let you suckle my teats, so let me gobble that weenie." Terrified, he drops his flashlight and runs, shouting, "Ghost!" Hearing this, Momo tells him over the phone to stay put and not run, thinking it's just a regular old lady. As he runs, he realizes he might have misunderstood. He had just bumped into a lewd granny. Momo warns him not to let her outrun him, saying that losing a race to Turbo Granny means getting cursed. Suddenly, the creepy granny charges at him, and Momo's phone cuts out. Turning red, she frantically tries to reconnect, but loses the signal and decides to head to the tunnel where the boy is. Meanwhile, all the hospital lights shut down, and Momo sees 3 shadowy figures in front of her. Panicking, she runs, but the figures quickly catch her. The 3 figures tying up Momo after removing her clothes. They introduce themselves as Serpoians, beings from the planet Serpo. Momo realizes they are aliens, and one of them reassures her not to be afraid because they claim to be friendly. Momo responds sarcastically, saying friendly people don't strip girls naked. She asks where her clothes are and sees them torn apart, demanding they pay for the damages. She also asks them to release her and let her go home. One of the aliens explains that their planet consists only of males, and they reproduce through cloning technology. Because of this, they lack emotional and biological evolution. To regain reproductive functions similar to humans, they need Momo's bananas for research. They intend to have sex with her and extract her uterus afterward. Momo struggles, shouting that even though she dated a jerk, she never gave up her virginity, and she's saving herself for a man like Ken Takakura. She refuses to let aliens take it from her. An alien grabs her head and puts her to sleep, using psychokinesis to control her brainwaves and trigger arousal. But Momo resists. As the aliens prepare to move forward, Momo's phone rings. One alien picks it up, remarking on the bad timing. As they turn the phone screen, Turbo Granny appears, bursting through the phone, kicking the alien in the face. She bites off the alien's reproductive device and transforms into a creature that's half Turbo Granny, half boy. Apologizing to Momo, the boy confirms the existence of the ghost and reveals that he's cursed by Turbo Granny. Momo asks for his help. The alien asks, "Who are you, and how did you get here with a smartphone? We don't even have that technology." The boy pleads for help, saying he can't control himself. In a shocking twist, the creature transforms into Turbo Granny, who boldly declares, "Let me gobble that weenie." One of the aliens warns Turbo Granny that her presence isn't authorized and demands she leave. They tear their clothes, revealing their true alien forms, prompting Momo to exclaim, "Gross!" Meanwhile, the aliens demand Turbo Granny's banana and attack her with their sixth sense organs. She dodges their assault, leaving one alien unable to use his psychokinesis. Turbo Granny bites off another alien's reproductive device. An alien retaliates using serpogrammetry, sending her crashing into a wall. The aliens remark that they've never encountered someone so aggressive, expressing their amiable relations with humans and demanding the return of their bananas. The boy's voice comes from Turbo Granny, saying he'll give them anything if it's his. He reveals his longing to see aliens because he has no friends and has been calling for a UFO since grade school, but it never arrived. Bullied by other humans and feeling invisible, he feels alone, except for Momo, who stood up for him. He warns the aliens not to harm her, declaring he'd become a monster to protect her, transforming back into Turbo Granny. Momo encourages him to show the aliens what a man he is. He tries to rise with all his strength, but the alien pushes him back with psychic power. The alien states, "We don't make friends with angry people like you. We're more interested in women than boys, so let's begin our practical." Meanwhile, Momo recalls her grandmother's advice about harnessing her chi for protection, but she hesitates, calling her grandmother a fake spirit medium. Back in the present, Momo reflects, "Why am I remembering my past? Forgive me, Grandma, for what I said." She recalls her grandmother's advice, "Firm up your lower abs. Let chi shoot up from the top of your head." With newfound strength, Momo breaks free from the alien's grip, shocking the boy with her psychic powers. "I'm surprised too," she admits. Meanwhile, the alien exclaims, "Unbelievable! His psychokinesis is being pushed back. Did I stimulate her brainwaves too much?" Momo then asserts that her grandma's a real spirit medium, and thanks to her, she can send those scumbags flying. She attacks the alien, kicking him hard enough to send him tumbling out of the UFO, damaging it in the process. Amazed by the sight of a real UFO, Momo suddenly sees Turbo Granny attacking her. Using her psychic powers, Momo restores the boy to his true form. Turbo Granny, who is possessing the boy, taunts Momo, saying, "The curse won't be lifted until she releases her hold on him because she still has his weenie." She then challenges Momo to come to the tunnel if she wants to retrieve it as she leaves. Meanwhile, the UFO crashes into the hospital, destroying it. But Momo and the boy manage to escape. Momo exclaims, "Now I believe aliens exist." The boy adds, "I believe in ghosts now because I'm cursed." Momo asks what they should do next and warns him that he will lose control if she doesn't help him suppress the curse. "How can I break this curse?" the boy asks. "You need to defeat Turbo Granny." "She's behind it," Momo replies. The boy prepares to confront Turbo Granny, handing Momo his clothes to wear home. He insists he won't drag her into this anymore, vowing to use his willpower to reach the tunnel. Momo argues that he can't go alone. He nearly died without her help. "Is it okay for you to help someone like me?" he questions. "It's a hassle, but I'll help," she replies, and taking his clothes and walking alongside him. As they walk, the boy apologizes for being awkward and urges her to put on his clothes so he can speak properly. Momo feels her heart race, surprised he recited one of Ken Takakura's lines. "Calm down," she tells herself, then asks for his name, admitting she struggles with remembering them. "My name is Ken Takakura," he reveals, leaving Momo in shock as the hospital explodes behind them. What an insane ride, right? And if you thought this episode was wild, just wait, things are about to get even crazier. Ready for more epic ghost versus alien action? Smash that like button, share this with your anime-loving friends, and don't forget to hit subscribe for the latest DanDaDan recaps and daily anime updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.